Obviously something is new here. So, we have a cat now. We were looking after her while my mum went away for the week. But she is my cat from home, and we're on a bit of a trial run to see how she gets on living here. She's quite comfortable now. Yeah, say hello. No, but we're still not completely sure if we're going to take her on permanently or have her stay living at my mum's. It's all very up in the air at the moment. We want to do what's best for her. It's a tricky one. House update wise, we have been getting on with the Pax wardrobes. I was so frustrated with them by this point that I just did not want to vlog any of it. I just wanted to get it up, get it done. And obviously we had more problems. We can't put the doors on because the skirting boards are too high for the doors. We can only put 1 out of 4 doors on, which is obviously not ideal. I need all 4 doors on the wardrobe. The plan for this afternoon is just to try our hardest to finish it, because I'm just so done with looking at all these super cardboard boxes and random screws, and our room has just been a tip for a good couple of months now, and it's really kind of annoying. I was just not in the right headspace. To put it simply, our walls are not straight. So the left one went in absolutely fine, but the right one was not going to fit because our wall bows in a little bit at the top. So we had to buy the Ikea Pax wardrobe that was 30 centimeters shorter. However, it kept going in and out of stock, and every time I went to buy it, it was out of stock. I went to Ikea twice to try and get it, and it was in stock that morning, and they had like 60 of them, and then all of a sudden it's out of stock. So eventually I managed to get it online, got it delivered the same week, so that was quite good. And that has been built, and that fits the space perfectly. So then I was able to build all of the drawers and finish it basically. We are having issues with getting the doors on. Once that's done, it's over. It's done. I don't ever have to look at a Pax wardrobe ever again, because I just don't think... well, I could do it. I love a flat pack. I love a flat pack. I could do them all day quite happily. But it's just really frustrating when you think you've got a solid angled space, when you think all of the angles in your house are correct and they're not. It's so frustrating. And because it's such an alcove, there was no room for any leniency. I didn't have a long wall to work with, I just had this little space. So it has to fit in this gap. Hopefully by the end of the day, we can finish the vlog on a happy note and it will be all done and fabulous. And stage 3 of the bedroom is finished. That's basically it in our bedroom. I want to maybe get some curtains up like we've got in here in our bedroom. Still not sure about that. I have a pumpkin. On another note, I'm really struggling to find any Halloween decorations because we live in England, and England are just suckish at Halloween. I need to go to America just for a couple of days with an empty suitcase, just fill it full of stuff, bring it home, and then I'll have amazing Halloween decorations. But I could only find this pumpkin in H&M. It was like £9. Wasn't much, and it's like a little container. But I love it, and it just matches the whole aesthetic of the room perfectly. Anyway, this is my baby child, who does not want to be cuddled right now. She always wants cuddles. What's wrong? It's the sassiest thing ever. And this is the Pax wardrobe. It's always so awkward, and I haven't done this in a little while. But a long time no speak. How's everybody been? I have been cold, mostly. The sun has disappeared, it's now autumn, it's October. It's not going to tell me because I've got a timer on. September was a bit quick, I guess, and so was October. We went to the Lake District and I did vlog that. That's already up, but I've not vlogged anything since. I've done like little bits here and there when we were doing the wardrobe. I think I updated a little bit about when Midnight arrived, my cat, but other than that, not a lot. I've been making a radiator cover out of oak slats and made to measure wood, which I will show in a minute because I'm going to go and varnish it, so I'm thinking maybe I'll film that. And we also bought a spare bed for the spare room, which is it's a bit of a mess at the moment because we just had guests. It's one of those single day beds. It's the Hemnes range, I think, from Ikea, where it pulls out to be a double. It has drawers underneath. It's just super useful, so much storage, and for the most part it can just be like a sofa for Sam and I, and then when we do have guests it can either be a single or a double, so it's fantastic. Ticks all of the boxes. Anyway, I'm getting really distracted by this jumper because I've just bought it from H&M, and I really wanted a cable, like a really chunky cable knit jumper, and I wanted the black one, but they didn't have the black, so I bought the cream. And I like it, but it's so like batwing, and it doesn't need to be. If it was just a bit tighter, I think I'd love it so much more. And the sleeves, I like this. That's me natural. Is this too much? Is this too much bag? I do like an oversized knit, oversized anything really, but is this too much? Is it too much? I think it's probably a bit too much. I really like the knit though. Today I've got my mum coming round for some tea and cake. I'm gonna go make a banana bread now. I've got a couple of bananas that are on the way out, so rather than throw them away, I want to make a banana bread, and I bought some walnuts yesterday, so I'm going to crush them into it as well. I'll do a little update on the wardrobe now. I'm so over the moon with this wardrobe. I can't even tell you the amount of problems we had with it. The wardrobe is now completely finished. It's still yet to be filled completely. I'm just waiting for Sam to move his stuff in, and then I can move some more of my stuff into the extra storage that we have, because I don't really think I've got that many clothes, but I've got a lot of seasonal stuff, or stuff that I would wear specifically on holiday, or if we went to Disney, or just random things like that, or swimwear, or stuff from university that has sentimental value. So I need him to move some stuff out so I can move more stuff in, and then we will be completely organised, and I can actually get started on making the spare room nice and homey and decor aesthetic as I want it to be. Actually, the more I look at this jumper, the more I like it. So this is the finished wardrobe. Can you even believe it? Can you even believe it? It's just beautiful. So we went with the five panelled white doors from Ikea, and the handles are also from Ikea. Plain matte black handles, and they're quite long actually. Give it a bit of a perspective, but I really like them. I think they fit the room really nicely, and they're just perfect. They look like they were built in, completely made to measure, professionally done, and I'm just so in love with them. One problem we did have is that we had to take a chunk out of the skirting board so that we could fit the doors. It was a bit of a nightmare, but we did it, and it actually looks quite clean, which I'm happy with. So in the end, we had to buy a shorter wardrobe and add the hinges on like this. I used a section of the old wardrobe, cut it up to make that smaller piece, and then we drilled that into the wall and on the opposite side into the wardrobe itself, and then attached the hinges to that where it naturally sat, and it worked. When all the doors are shut, you wouldn't know that it's a different wardrobe. So that's my side. You can see I've got the taller wardrobe here, and Sam's comes down to here. That's the top of his wardrobe. But where the shelf was going to go anyway, it made no difference to the actual size of the wardrobe that we were going to end up with. So, oh god, I keep saying so. So I'm super happy with it. It looks completely normal. You would not have a clue that we had all of these issues with it. I did feel, you can't see it because his suitcase is in the way, but I did feel that section at the back that was completely ruined as well. Filled and painted it, and that looked normal too. And yeah, oh, they're also soft close, which is a absolute bonus. I'm super glad that we kept the bigger doors and didn't just take them back, and didn't take the whole thing back really to get the shorter wardrobes. It's as if this space was made for the Pax wardrobe. Just so pleased with it. God, I need to find other words to use, don't I really? We didn't have really that many problem solving ideas other than the one that we ended up using. The only other option was really to try and take back everything and then get the shorter wardrobes and then just have a big gap at the top. But I'm glad I persevered, and I'm glad that I came up with a solution that actually works and looks good. Yeah, that soft close is fantastic as well. I mean, it has a little bit of a bubble, but it's not enough to irritate me. So happy with it. So to try and explain what I went for on my side, I went for one glass fronted drawer because I just think it looks super pretty. Again, nothing's organised, so please don't judge the mess that is this wardrobe right now. Eventually it will be nice and, well, a bit more like that, because I do like a bit of Marie Kondo organising. That's just random t-shirts I think at the moment, but again I need to really sort through and organise where I want things to actually live. I've ordered one more drawer to go here. We had an issue with the door opening fully because of the wouldn't call it a window ledge, but he had an issue with the door opening because of the window ledge. It doesn't open completely, so then I couldn't open the drawer that was on this side. So I think I'm just about to see this one, kind of just a little bit. This side is some fancier shoes that I would like to have on display. That was originally on this side and I had to move it across, and I had to get rid of my trouser rail that I had. I've got one more of these drawers to go here to fill the space. And then on this side, I've just got a regular shelf and then one big rail going along there. And I kept this side longer for dresses and jumpsuits. Whereas on Sam's side, his one just goes straight across because he doesn't have dresses and jumpsuits. And then we both have the shelf, or in his case, the top of the wardrobe, as another big shelf that we've mainly just got stuff that we don't want very often, like a suitcase or other bags that we don't currently use. And that is it. That is the wardrobe tour. And then this is the spare room bed. As I said earlier, we have just had guests, so I do need to wash the bedding. But how cute is this bedding? I got it from H&M maybe last year when I knew we were going to be buying a house soon. But it's just, I love Disney. I adore Disney. However, I don't like tacky in your face Disney. I like it to look a little bit subtle, a little bit more aesthetic. And I just think this is really nice. Black and white Mickey Mouse. Very cute. So it comes with 2 mattresses. Oh, actually, I think it's completely optional. You can kind of build however you want. You can have it just as a single bed, you can have it without the drawers, or you can have it the whole in one. So it comes with drawers, so spare pillow. At the moment, I'm just going to keep all of the bedding in all of the drawers, I think. This does pull out. I need to use 2 arms really to do it, but it pulls out, and then these are 2 mattresses. You can put one on top of the other, or you can have one side by side and then have a double bed, but it's just super useful. Spare room is very slowly getting there. We're making a little bit of progress, which is quite nice. I've been here since May now, so to actually be seeing some progress in rooms that weren't actively being looked at is really nice. Oh, I'm very overexposed in here. I'm just gonna have some lunch quickly. I've got a vegan cheese bake. I don't know what you call it. It's a vegan pasty thing from Aldi, and I used to get their cauliflower one. It was like curry cauliflower and it was so good, and for whatever reason they've stopped selling it, and it was just my favourite thing. I loved it so much, and this is a new one that they brought out, so I'm going to give it a go. My hopes aren't high, but I'm going to give it a try. Oh, look at me, I'm such a poet. Not this song just to show it. These are my new cushions from, this is Next and this is H&M. I've also got another H&M one around the corner that is linen. It did arrive with a hole in it, which sucked, but then it went out of stock, so I couldn't even buy a new one. I'm just gonna sew it up myself. It's only a bit of black thread, it'll be fine. And then I'm gonna make my banana bread for this afternoon. Hopefully then get painting the radiator cover. It's just like a matte clear glaze because I want the oak to look as raw and untouched as possible. I really like raw wood, so yeah, hopefully it'll look amazing. I'll give a little rundown of what I've done as well. I posted a lot on Instagram as I was doing it. I can't keep track of both, but Instagram I can kind of do a little bit at a time, but with YouTube I feel like I need to just sit and talk and actively make things. So I'll probably insert the clips before I paint them, so you get a bit of an idea of what's actually been going on with it. But it's so cool, I'm super pleased with it. And I made it all myself. I used the drill and everything. That was scary. The verdict on that cheese thing was actually really nice. It wasn't too, well, obviously it was vegan, it wasn't too cheesy. It was pretty good. I don't know what happened, but somehow the weather's got super nice outside. It's lovely. We still need to go to the tip to get rid of all those bits of wood at the back. It's all from the shed. So I'm gonna start making a banana bread. I do use Mary Berry's recipe and then I add walnuts, but I've only made it maybe about 3 times, so I never know how it's gonna go. I'm not a very good baker. So I've got all my ingredients out. The only thing that I do change is I use sunflower, dairy-free butter and almond milk because it's also dairy-free and I'm lactose intolerant. And then I am gonna crush a load of walnuts and mix it into the batter, and then I'll sprinkle some on the top afterwards to make it look pretty too. bread is done and in the oven. My camera kept cutting out, which is why you've got really random little clips of stuff. It's quite annoying, but oh well, it is what it is. Haven't vlogged in so long. All of my batteries are completely dead, which is fantastic. So I've just charged this one while I was making it, and hopefully it will last for a little bit and I can vlog something today. It's typical, the one day I actually go to vlog, I actually can't. I haven't actually given a little tour of the Halloween decorations that I found this year, which is not very much. I think the UK is just not quite there with Halloween compared to America, and I would really like to just fly to America and buy all of the Halloween decorations, but we all know we can't really do that at the moment, can we? So I bought a little merman skeleton, which is behind me. He's called Ben. I love him. He's very cute. He's from Morrison's. I just thought he was so unique and interesting. And yeah, he's called Ben after Ben Stiller from Zoolander when he plays a merman in that commercial. He's like, "Merman, Dad, I'm a merman." So I just thought, perfect name for him, right? Perfect name, Ben. Then over here, this is from John Lewis. Not mad keen on the Happy Halloween thing, but I like the little bat on the twine. And then this I bought last year from Asda, I think. It's a bit crap, but I like it. And I changed that to twine as well, just to kind of tie it all in. I have a few little bits over here. So this is from H&M, this is just a little pot. This is a new small brand on Etsy, pumpkin patch diffuser, and it smells so good. Literally every time anybody comes in and they can smell it instantly, they always ask what it is. And then this is from Wisdom and Wonder Designs, also on Etsy. And I just thought autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. It's just super cute. So this is my little autumn section. It's not that much, really. I would have liked to have done a little bit more Halloween, but it is what it is. Oh, I also have this pumpkin. This little round obviously. Little, what is it, like felt? It's got kind of like flocked fabric, black pumpkin. He lives there. This little one is just begging to go outside. And she's not allowed outside. So she's just being sad in the corner. You sad, Bubba? You're so sad. Ugh, what a sad cat. So sad. For the most part, it is really lovely having her here. Except when she's attacking me. I'm trying to love you, Bubba. It's been nice having her. We were supposed to give her back the second week of September or something, and she just ended up staying. But she is my cat, so it's not like I've just taken someone else's cat. She is actually my cat. We were just leaving her at mum's for the time being, but now I don't think I can give her back. She's quite settled here as well. She's got a whole area under the stairs for all of her stuff, and yeah, she's got a blanket on there. She's got a bed upstairs next to me when I sleep, although she'd much rather sleep next to me. Sam and I have both worked out we are definitely allergic to her, so we try to get her off the bed and into her own bed, which is next to me. It's not like it's round the corner and downstairs, but you know, I think she likes the warmth and the closeness. But we can't do that, can we, monkey? Otherwise we're sneezing all night and we can't actually sleep. But I wouldn't want to give her up or anything. This is the radiator cover that will be living in the hallway. See that radiator there? That's what it's going to be living on. Oh, thank you. Great timing. So at the moment we've got a couple of wood slats that have bowed from where they were just sat in B&Q for so long, and I'm using some of Sam's weights and a book to try and flatten them down. We've used no more nails to try and get the bow out of this one because it was right on the side and you could see it a bit more. And it did work, but I can't really do that with these ones. I mean, you can see that it bounces back a little bit on some of them, which is frustrating, but I mean, if anybody has any tips, please let me know. I want to give a bit more of an idea of what it looks like. It's all panelled, a little bit Japanesey, which I love. But all of these slats were individually put on. All of these were made to measure pieces of wood from Wood Shop Direct, and then all the slats were B&Q, and then all of the brackets were B&Q as well. These went on first, all the way around, and then all the tiny ones went on individually. I made pilot holes and then drilled in the screws, all with the drill actually. Sanded everything down. We had to cut these to size as well, which Sam did most of because I just couldn't get the saw through. I am a weak human being. And as you can see, some of them are bowing out of shape. This one I don't think I can do anything about unless I put a bracket behind maybe. But yes, this is completely done, all sanded down, ready to be varnished. And like I said, I'm going to have a clear matte varnish so it should look exactly the same. I want all the raw wood and the knots and all the texture from the natural oak to show through. I didn't want to buy pine and then paint it white because I thought this just is a piece on its own. and I love it. And I made it myself. Yeah, I'm super proud of this. I'm so proud of this. I think it looks so good. I think it looks professional, frankly, considering I've never really done woodwork myself. But I love it. I think it looks amazing. This is it completely in situ. It just blends in really nicely. Sets the room off. I've ordered a mirror to go above here from Laradoo. It's pretty big, so it'll be like this. Maybe a little bit higher actually, but it's got a thin black frame, so I thought we'll tie in with the rattan lampshade that I've already got and the black post around there. And then I'll eventually put something on top, like, I don't know, a vase or something fancy. But it goes right up to the wall. We had to take out a section for the skirting board down here, and the same on the other side. Hello. Again, you can see the bowing here, but from a distance, it's not really that obvious. I think it will settle into place after some time. Banana bread is cooking away in there. Nice, nice. I'm not completely convinced I'm gonna have time to do the radiator cover, because I think they're gonna be here within about half an hour. I did want to do it outside, but it's been pouring down with rain practically all day. It's a bit miserable out there. Did have that burst of sunlight earlier, that was a bit strange. This is midnight, say hello. I don't care. Want to be here. She's a very cuddly cat. She wants to be cuddled most of the time. Just not when I want to be cuddled. She wants to be cuddled on her terms, which I'm sure other cat mums can relate to. It's that spot. So I need to go out to the shed to get the paint. I did get it all out the other day and said to Sam that I was going to start it after I'd finished sanding, and he put everything away. I got all the paintbrushes out. Well, 2 paintbrushes and the tin of varnish I got out already, and I'm going to use this old towel as a, as like a floor protector, because I don't want to do it in the rain. So I'm going to start by painting the inside of it as like a little test run, and then if that goes well, which hopefully it should, it's clear and matte, it should be fine, then I will paint the outside. But it was like a just in case situation. I feel like this vlog is going to be super boring, so I apologise to anybody who's actually watching this. I feel like I need to do a little bit of an update on what's been happening, because I don't think I've properly vlogged since our anniversary, which was the 18th of August, and it's 2 months later, so things have happened, things have changed. Not too much. I mean, we have a whole new housemate living with us, so that's a big change. We've just bought her a laser and she loves it. Hours and hours of entertainment for both of us. Got the goods. We're using this. Little interior varnish, matte and clear, and then I've got a couple of paintbrushes. Let's go. I'm gonna change out of this jumper, I think, because I don't want to ruin it. I think I'm going to keep it. I mean, I've been wearing it all day, and it lends itself to be tucked into high-waisted things. But I like it. Very, very warm. I was getting super hot doing the banana bread. You know, it's autumn and I want knitwear. It's white. Just didn't expect it to be white. Please, please dry clear. Okay, well, the instructions. Should have read them before I opened them. No, not for cuddles. Read your instructions first, kids. Give the varnish a good stir and then brush on in the direction of the grain. Check you're happy with the colour. Find a hidden area and try. You need to put on 2 to 3 coats, leaving 1 hour between coats before the final coat. Give the wood a light sand and wipe with a damp cloth. It will help the varnish stick and give a smooth finish. This is going to take ages. Mate, I thought this was going to be a quick job. I've only got an hour. So what do? Test it on an area. Check you're happy with the colour. I'm going to do that first, and that's probably all I'm going to be able to do today, realistically. Unless I'm happy with that and when it dries. And then I'll just do the inside. 2 to 3 coats. I'm doing 2. I'm going to test it on a bit here and a bit of the slap to see if it is going to dry clear and matte. Because the inside doesn't matter anyway, no one's going to see it. It's more to protect it from the heat from the radiator. We're going to turn the radiator down quite a lot so that it doesn't overheat or anything, or bow the wood even more than it is bowed. So I do want to do some coats on the inside as well as the outside anyway, because I want it to last as long as possible. It took me so long to do. It was so fiddly, all these little slats that I had to do individually. They took ages because you had to measure it so accurately each time. I mean, so far so good. It's shiny, but then it is wet, so. Okay, I'm gonna do the slats. They are both oak wood, but they were bought from different places. And these wooden slats have a slightly more natural looking grain, I think, than the chunkier bits. I'm not really too sure why. I think maybe it's a different type of oak. I quite like that it's gone a bit darker, actually. I like dark oak, so I'm not too opposed to it going like a shade darker. I don't want it to look like mahogany. That's too dark. I'm gonna just paint half the slat, I think. Half the first 3, and then half of that, and I'll give it a bit. I'm gonna do that bit as well. I'll give it a little while to dry, and then I'll come back and see if it actually looks darker, or if it looks the same, which hopefully it should do. It should look pretty much identical. Okay, so panic over. It's not, is it dry? Yeah, it's dry. It's not really changed the colour too much at all. So that was the original, and that's the current. I think 2 coats like that will be absolutely fine. I will not have a problem with that at all. It has gone a bit gloopy on the brackets, but then you're not really supposed to paint them, so that's completely understandable. I'll try and avoid them as I go along, but I'm pretty happy with that. I will take that. So the plan is to do a full coat at least, and then I will wait for it to dry. The sun's come out again, so it's nice and sunny outside. The banana bread is almost done. I always get to a point where it looks like it's going to burn, and it's getting there at the moment, so hopefully it won't go completely black. It's dark brown at the moment, so fingers crossed for me. So I'm going to get going with that. Look at her, she's just the cutest. I love her so much. Super cute. Super cute. Anyway, the reason I picked up my camera again over here is because I picked this up yesterday in Aldi. Really random, but it is like a, I don't even know what you call it. One of those things that you have on the floor, like an extra seat. But I really like it, and I think it matches the decor really well. I'm gonna steam it and give it a bit of a clean, as it has been in a shop, and COVID is still very much about in the world. But I feel like once it's ready to go, she will just be sleeping on it, because it's the perfect shape and size for a cat bed. But anyway, yeah, it ties in really nicely with the pillow that I've got over there. I just think it looks really nice. It did come in other colours. It was like a white and a grey version, and I would normally go for the grey, but the grey had like a weird, I don't know, I just don't know, I just liked the black one a bit better. I'm using it now to rest the camera on. It's one of those random like middle aisle purchases. They just have the most random things in Aldi, and sometimes you can get some really nice bits. Banana bread's ready. Well, I'm gonna check it anyway. I've gone on such a tangent, I'm so sorry. Many apologies. So that's one coat fully done. It's basically dry already, but I'm gonna give it at least an hour, and then I'll do another coat and then paint the other side. I think 2 is gonna be, I think 2 is gonna be more than sufficient. I don't want it to get too dark, but it is leaving like a nice sheen on it, so I am a big fan so far.